Good evening and welcome. My name's Emily Baker. I'm going to be doing my monthly September card reading using my Perceptionary cards. This is the back, this is the front. These are Perceptionary cards that I've created. So I'm going to be using this for this month's reading like I have always done. If you would like to get your own set of Perceptionary cards, that's quite simple. I'm going to put a link in to the description below, so you'll be able to get your own set. These are wonderful cards, as you're going to be able to see. If you've not seen any of my videos before on my monthly takings of what's going to happen using my Perceptionary cards, please do have a look through my website, through my YouTube site, and you'll be able to have a look through there. I have listed them all off for you as well. All right, so these cards are great because just quickly to show you one that's fallen out, they can be read any which way round. All right, so I'm going to try not to get the glare of the outside sun. We've got sun today, which is lovely. All right, so I'm just going to give these a little bit more of a shuffle and see what happens for this month. Okay, right. So when I'm picking a card, I always pick them face down, so I'm not distracted by any of the colours at all, or any of the shapes or anything like that. So I really do not, and I always fan them out as well, so that I really do not know what it is that I'm picking at all. Just there. Okay, so I've picked a card. So normally what I do is to show you, and that, oh, okay, oh, right. Now, from my perspective, when I put this up towards the camera, obviously I get to see what you get to see, but I also get a different perspective because when I hold them up close, I get to see a lot more detail, and that's when I take my glasses off to see them a little bit more clearer. So I do have a look to see on here first. Oh, now that, oh, right, I might be going that way around. And hopefully while you're looking at this, you're looking at the card and being able to see things for yourself. So that's how it was drawn originally. This is a very quite a strong card anyway. So I think I know which way around I'm going to have it. I'm just going to take my glasses off, please forgive me. Now the other thing that I do have noticed is that some of the colours that get projected onto my camera are not slightly true to the card, obviously because of the pixelation and also of the colours that are brought out by the camera. So when you have a look on your laptop perhaps, or your computer, and you're trying to fix it exactly to the same colours, and you may find that there's a slight alteration, that's the reason why. Okay, now I only found that out through printing these cards. When I had them printed, that actually what is seen on the screen and what gets printed out are sometimes two very different things. So those who are printers, you know your colours, you really know your colours. Okay, so I'm just going to push this a little bit closer. Now when we have a look at that way round, there's a lot of movement. I mean, there's a lot of movement in this card anyway, and there's things that I can see. All right, so that's why I've taken my glasses off to have a clearer look. But let me just check. Was it this way? Yeah. Yes. Now, actually, it was this way around that when I was looking at the camera, I saw this and I went, oh, yes, that's the way around to have it. And that's really quite bizarre because when I look at it on the camera, I can see what I want, what I can see. But when I turn it around, I can't see it. And that is the beauty of these cards. What I have far away and what I have near to me, two separate things, okay? So they do come up differently. So I'm going to just use it as I see it on the camera, okay? And on the screen, so I'm not lying to you. So for me, what I'm getting from this card is a lot of strength, but still there's a lot of energy. There's calmness coming in, which I do feel that there is some calmness, but there's still this fiery energy going on, and I can't hide that from you. Look, Look at all that fire down there. So for me, it's very much a strong card. Now, the other reason why I say it is a very strong card, and that September is going to be quite a strong month, and I don't feel as though it's going to be easy month at all, because remember, flames and all the rest of it, we've got people's energies up, etc. Now, here I feel as though there's a person here. So this is the head, bicep, coming down, and look, you can see the muscles. So there's the shoulder, the rotator cuff coming onto the bicep, and up comes its hand, arm. That's the other arm going down that way. So this man is maybe sitting in a bath or whatever, but this is his arm, and I feel as though he's kind of doing that kind of a movement of holding up the actual calmness. This is what we're looking for. But this dark part here. Okay, so when I look at it on the card, it is almost black. It is almost that shade of black, actually. So I'm just going to pull that a little bit closer so you can have a look. Have a look what I'm seeing. So there's the rotator cuff, the top of your shoulder up here, coming down. There's the bicep muscles. As you can tell, I have none. And then that comes up to being his hand. Okay, so that's, and I do feel as though it's a man with that kind of a muscular structure there. Okay, that's the only reason I'm saying it's a man, because I feel as though it is a man. Okay, right. So for me, normally when it's that kind of a colour, okay, let me just have a look. Right, up here is a very dark green, almost black, but it's not, it's green still, and you can still see that there in the card. Okay, for me that's about healing. All right, so that is about healing. This is about wisdom. All right, so we need to be grasping on to our wisdom to be able to start healing, because there's still healing needed. You know, huge amounts of healing, not just in this country of the UK, but I'm thinking globally now. There are so many countries. I read an article, for instance, that hospitals are getting overwhelmed in America because people are using, do not laugh at this, people are actually using horse worming tablets to cure them of COVID. It won't work. Okay, that won't work. The doctors have said it won't work. So please, if you are doing that, please cease. You can use them in small doses, but I don't believe that it's related to COVID. It may be for some other disease, it may be for something else, but not for COVID. So hospitals up in America in certain areas are being inundated by people who are literally poisoning themselves with this medication for horses, in the hope that they can cure themselves of COVID, and yet there's people still shooting themselves. I'm sorry, America, I don't understand you anymore. Really don't. I don't get it. I really don't. But anyway, that's a whole different story. But it is that kind of a juxtapose of what I'm seeing in this card, of this fieriness going on. So for me in September, I do feel as though we are going to be looking at this fiery temperament, this whole issue of energy still rising, but calmness, our wisdom is going to need to cool it down, bring it all down, have some kind of calmness, some depth in it. And that's where the black bits come in. Those are our calm moments. Those are, let's grasp the calmness. Yes, I can get you that your heat is rising, but with your wisdom, think clearly. All right, think logically. Don't start kind of rushing off and saying, oh yes, this is what I'm going to do, join the bandwagon, blah, blah, blah. And then find yourself in the middle of something that you don't really want to be in. So when I turned it around this way, a lot of you perhaps went and said, oh yes, why doesn't you have it that way? Because there's lots of movement. Again, yes, there is lots of movement. And down here, we can see a kind of like a parade of animals, if you like. Of different animals, perhaps of people. I can see people. I can see what looks like an elephant looking up, a mouse or a bear there, another person there, there's another animal there, there's another person there, there's another person there. So yes, so there's again lots of movement, people moving along that strain, perhaps trying to get away, recognizing the heat and the fire, but most importantly, they're on their own path. Okay, these are people on their own path. So I feel as though, yes, that way round, but I also do feel that that way round is also prominent for this month of September, in that being able to stay focused to what you need to do. Okay, this is about this man. Okay, this can be you staying focused for what you need to do. And if you, I mean, almost that could be another person's head there. So cradling somebody, looking after somebody, caring for somebody, nurturing, not just nurturing for yourself, but others around you as well. So looking out for that. But again, when I turn the card around this way, this is kind of saying, this is my path. I'm not being diverted into those flames, the sunsets, whatever, however you want to see that. In fact, while I'm looking at this looks like a man with a beard and a coat, and that looks like another person there, or you can see it as hills, if you like, but I can see another person's face. There's the eyes there, nose there, mouth, chin, beard, headdress there, man's headdress coming round here. To me, they look Arabic. I want to go into that neck of the woods, Arabian, that sort of thing. So you could say, okay, this is Scheherazade and him going on his 49th trail, you know. So it's that whole thing of going on a pilgrimage, a trail, but moving forward, but knowing yourself. This foundation of having your own wisdom, and the greenery that's coming into all of this here is proving that you've got the wisdom of staying on your own path, of not being like a cat that suddenly sees bright things and wants to leap into the bright things, and kind of, oh look, there's a bright sparkly thing, oh should we go after that, oh I think so, oh look there's another, and not getting distracted by that, but actually staying still here within this card, staying still on the path of, okay, there's other people on this path, that's fine, but we're all staying true to ourselves and staying, not getting distracted by all of this going on in the background. And it's quite interesting, really, that I have seen that of that face there. So there's an eye there, bridge of the nose, beard here. Okay, and if we have a look, looks like the cord that goes around the top of the headdress to stay on the head, and then I don't know what they call it, to be honest, I really don't. So whatever the cloth is that comes over the head, like a sheikh or an Arab wears. This is a different style of headdress that I'm seeing here, and in fact it's actually changed. So for me now, I'm kind of getting to see, I can't see the one with the beard, but now I can see kind of much more of an Egyptian Tibetan headdress, actually. Well, more Tibetan, actually. Traditional Tibetan headdress going on there. So that piece as well. So, you know, it may be that we need to have a look at those two countries and to look to see where we can gain, you know, those may be the areas of where there is fireness. And I don't know, I don't follow the news, okay? I follow the news on a very superficial level, i.e. I read the headlines and then that's it, okay? I'll hear the headlines, that's fine by me. So for me, okay, I know there's stuff kicking off. I know that there is in the Arab states and things like that, and us trying to evacuate, blah, 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 and America evacuating, etc. But the Tibet section, that's a bit more unusual because I haven't heard anything going off in there, but you never know, there may be. So again, or it may be a case of that there is a huge celebration coming up for them as well. All right, so it is a case of, but for me, this is the important part, not this bit. This isn't the important part. This is just to recognize the, up here in the top part of the card. Okay, that top part is very much about fire and heat and the energy being up. Bottom half, wisdom, staying true, staying on the path as well. So I'm just going to have a turn around, because these cards can be used in any which way. So again, that's the beauty of these cards. They don't have to, you don't have to traditionally have it like this or like this. So, you know, you can turn it around. So I'm just having a look to see if there's anything else that's cropping up. And again, I'm seeing those faces. Again, up here, I'm seeing a face. And to me, I have to say, it's, I don't know if it's a mask or, again, actually it looks like a person wearing a mask. Okay, so lying down. Here now looks like two people overlooking something over here. All right, so that's, you know, that's the beauty of these cards. They do alter and they do change. So it is always a case of having a look-see. We've had it that way, I've discussed it that way, I've discussed it that way. I'm just going to pull that a little bit closer just to see if there's anything else cropping up. Right, so here I can see someone who looks like they're laughing. There's another face here, just here, that looks like a baby's face actually. If I turn it around this way, you can see it a little bit clearer. Okay, so there's a bit of baby's hair, there's a cap or a woolly hat, there's a child there with brown hair, green jumper, looking at the baby, looking all very cute. But I can also see in this one, yes, we have the cuteness of these two down here, but I can also see the wolf on the lookout. So when I see a wolf, the wolf is very much a loner, but it does work in a pack. But you have the lookout one who goes out searching to say, this is the way we need to go. And that's very much what I'm seeing with that one. This is the way we need to go. Again, it's going into the section of healing. And in fact, I was going to say that almost looked like the shadow of a person, of someone standing there in the healing shadow of having that healing there for themselves. And so it's kind of going, that's the way that we need to go, away from all of this. So it's, again, it's staying away from that heat and that energy and that fieriness of you know, people kind of being argumentative, angry, all of the time. Is, you know, that I don't know if you've ever been angry for a long time. It takes up a lot of energy to be angry. When you're in this mode, it doesn't take up so much energy. Actually, you're gaining energy rather than expelling the energy. You don't want to go, and if you have a look at the wolf here at the top, it's expelling all of its energy, but it's trying to gain energy, if you like. So green is kind of a good area to be in. And that's what I feel as though we need to be walking towards, being in, rather than in this tempest area here where we are expelling so much energy. So for me, again, and I know that I said it last month, that it is a month of two halves, but this is much more of a choice. This is very much more of a choice for you. And actually for me, August was a month of two halves of like, oh my God, the energy is way up. And then towards the end, energy was very quiet. So it was two halves of the energy. But again, this energy is going to be up anyway. But it's being careful about which energy you're drawn into. Are you drawn into that angry mode, that phase of, we need to be doing this and need to be doing that, and constantly, so that you're depleting yourself? Whereas actually, sometimes it's good to take that time out, and we do need to have that calm. And if you think about it, energies have been up and around the world for quite a while now, and they're still not going to be calm. By any stretch of the imagination are they going to be calm. There are still going to be pockets where people are angry and furious, etc. But now's our time to actually be able to say, okay, this is the path I need to be on. This is where I need to be true to myself. Let me use my wisdom as to gauge which area I need to walk in, where I need to be. So I leave this for you to choose which is your wisdom, where is your wisdom taking you to? Is it taking you to where the anger lies, the frustration lies, where the heat is hot, if you like? Or are you going to go to the calmer, cooler areas? It's up to you. And I feel as though that's where we are going to be in September. So thank you very much. Once again, these are my perceptionary cards. You can get them on my website, which is emilyjbaker.com. And from there, you can click on the perceptionary cards. You can order a pack quite simply through PayPal, and they'll be sent out to you. So thank you very much for watching me for this month of September. I hope you have a lovely month, and I hope we have a lovely Indian, you never know, it could be an Indian summer I'm looking at. And when that we can have a blazing hot September in the UK. I'm talking about the UK here. That we have a blazing hot September. Every morning it's been waking up, and we've been waking up to grey skies. So let's hope that for September we have beautiful blue skies, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous September that we have. So take care of yourselves, and thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next month. Take care now. See you soon. Bye-bye.